level, and now players in his face. Lots of chances, lots of opportunities. What a flash. It is beautiful.
There's Sheriff and goes first contact. Nice shot there from Moxie. The back of that. Where's the communication? There's a gun! Moxie on fire!
After map 1, I'm here with the coach of NRG, Chet. Congratulations on the map 1 victory. I'd love to talk to you about setting up Demon 1 because we've seen his micro adjustments. We've seen he's just absolutely insane. How does your team set him up so perfectly?
Well, we have a really good support player in Ethan, so he gives a lot of help for Max, but Max himself, or Demon, sorry, he knows how to set himself up. He calms a lot on that map specifically.
I think that's like his best map for comms. Like, he's giving a lot of input, like a lot of mid-rounding. Like, he knows what he wants to do, and he knows how to use his teammates. So honestly, he does a good job on his own, but I don't think he needs much help, to be honest.
Thank you so much.
Cool, calm and collected for NRG on Sunset, whereas Cloud9 look like the living embodiment of the PP overheat emote. It's a comfortable... it's a comfortable finish, though, for NRG in the end. And I kind of like that little tidbit we just got there from Chet really quickly, is that Demon 1's really involved in the calling and the mid-rounding structure on Sunset.
I think that's a big departure from what we expected from Demon 1 last year, right? Kind of a lot of the descriptions that we got from the internal comms of that team for EG was that he kind of was very quiet, somebody who's just a silent assassin, right? Everybody else is making the plays for him. So I think evolving Demon 1 right now is pretty impressive to see.
Some great individual moments here. Crash, she's obviously delivering in that ridiculous pistol clutch. And NRG took a little while to calibrate Wyatt to what C9 were doing, but eventually they move Crashies to B, they mix it up, they have a pretty decent showing.
Yeah, Cloud9, they came in with some nice ideas. They had some cool rounds, tried some Yoru tech, but at the end of the day, NRG, they were once again chilling their way to a victory where, hey, cool ideas, we will simply outskill you over and over and over and over, and one more time over as Demon 1, and just killed everybody in the second half. Cool. So NRG didn't really do anything spectacular in the gameplay, the team play front, nothing. Obviously, it's good, it's structured, but, you know, they weren't wowing you with anything. They're just chilling and winning. They're chilling and winning, Mitch.
Individual moments, right? Like Ethan getting in the mid, catching 3 on the rotate. Demon 1 just ignoring all the utility in the world. There's a double operator round as well when it looks like, you know, NRG are trying to cut C9 off at the extremity. So push into B lobby, push into A, and try and catch them as they move up here. Here's your Ethan and Demon 1 stats here. It's a whopping 316 ACS for Demon 1, who seemed like he didn't have a care in the world this map.
Yeah, I mean, let's just, hey guys, you want to hit the old Ethan and Demon 1 narrative again? Have we?
Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
I mean, it's just this duo. They are making the rest of this storied team that has won international championships just look like a sporting cast. The rest of the guys just feel like they're hanging out. These Demon 1 are just,
I mean, that's the
crazy.
They don't need to do anything when you got these two guys doing what they are doing on these in these 2 America debut that they've had so far. This is a fantastic map 1 showing from them, and it's not looking like it's going to stop. That's the very difficult thing that Cloud9 have to ask right now is how do we stop these two guys from doing what they're doing to us? Because it's Cloud9 that's doing everything. That they're the people who are being proactive about, you know, what kind of calls, what kind of rotates they're doing, the aggressiveness, and it's just NRG kind of reacting to it. I mean, I think of the round that Marv TPs into spawn after the timeout. It's just like NRG knows they're the ones who are going to overstep everything, and when they do, they're going to forget all the other stuff that could happen on the map, and that's what NRG is constantly taking advantage of.
We got some frustrating reactions from Imi on camera there for C9. Looks like he was struggling a little bit. I'd love to hear, though, what he has to say ahead of map 2. Let's head down and find out.
I'm here with the coach of Cloud9, Imi. Now, obviously, map 1 did not go your way, but you still have another map. What is the game plan going into map 2?
The game plan is just to not make the same mistakes we're making. We're getting eco'd. We're like going into a shell. We're turtling up, and we just need to play our own game and be confident, and we should be okay.
Thank you so much. Best of luck.
A lot of talk about mistakes, you know, a lot of talk about Cloud9 really being the instigators on Sunset. Feels like we're just scratching the surface, though, of what NRG are capable of if we're still stuck highlighting Ethan and Demon 1 for just doing their own thing.
Yeah, we're about to see another map of chilling. I'm telling you, it's just going to be more chilling. I mean, hey, listen, luckily for Imi, you know, in those moments where they were overheating, there's going to be less of those on Ascent because I can't imagine they're going to be bringing out the Yoru. I can't imagine there's going to be any C9 wacky activity we're going to see the comps that we usually see for the most part. I would imagine.
I mean, it's Cloud9. Why?
I would imagine.
You would imagine. You would imagine. But with the amount of experimentation that's going on this map from other teams, Cloud9's going to be right there with them. I'm sorry. I really think that they're going to shift things up here on Ascent and try to do something different, which I don't think is the right idea going into NRG when you just got ripped apart on all those, like, kind of new techniques that you're trying against them on Sunset.
You'd rather see him go back to basics a little bit, Cloud9?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think this is a map where your fluidness that Vanity goes for is something that he's very experienced at, and he can really take it to NRG where you, on Sunset, you don't know what's going to come, right? You haven't seen them play that map yet. You haven't been able to study any footage. Ascent is something that you know how they're going to play, so it's much easier, in my mind, for Vanity to make those calls.
And on Ascent, for the sake of the narrative, Mitch,
we're upholding it, yeah.
it is the ultimate Jet map. This is the Jets' playground. It always has been. Oxy, Demon 1, the narrative, 2 Jets. And listen, I just want to see Oxy on just a reasonable duelist right now.
Yeah.
Just back to basics, dude. Shoot them.
He was getting caught with his mask out. Like, how many times?
There was overcooking, overheating. The Thanksgiving turkey is burnt. Back to basics. Jet versus Jet. That's what I want to see.
I think building up that Demon 1 versus Oxy story at the beginning of the day. Okay, it is standard.
There we go.
I'm mistaken. Cloud9 will not cook, and that is good. Like I said, Mitch, I think that is very good. But like you said, the Demon 1 Oxy story, I think Oxy has a chance to really take it to him here on an agent that is 100% comfortable, and you'll be able to skill diff each other and take it to each other rather than escaping different fights as you would be on your.
Feels like you can play on even footing a little bit more. Something Baby Bay said he loved was the fundamentals on display from NRG on Sunset, and this classic Cloud9 style of poking and prodding at the extremities and trying to find the weak sites is definitely something that's going to be assisted with Vanity on that Sova, of course. Very classic compositions. No Phoenix in sight so far. But if we're going back to such classic maps, such classic compositions here, when we saw NRG so comfortable already against something a little wacky, they've got to be feeling good.
We're looking at 5 exact same agents from both teams. And when you look at the rosters, I mean, NRG, they are the super team.
All right, well, here it is. Madrid, of course, still on the line for both of these teams. Let's get back into map 2 and send it back to your casters. It'll be Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much, Uber. I'm glad that we're going back to Ascent, Dre, because I know there are a lot of people who have very strong feelings about the map and comps and it's figured out and whatever. But honestly, I love this map and I love comps like this because fundamentals decide things at the end of the day, right?
Yeah,
if you don't have the fundies, you're exposed.
Yeah, the better team is going to win here, no matter what. And man, going into this, Oxy, I saw him smiling a little bit. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
It's a very good sign because that last map was pretty rough, but warm-up map, you know, we've seen this kid pop off in his last series like an absolute animal, even in the offseason pop off, you know, so I feel like all he really needs is like a nice 2 to 3K here on this pistol, close it out for his team. We need to see that yelling Oxy, that super passionate Oxy in this game. Yeah, we got to see this pop-off Oxy if they want to win this series.
And I mean, he had his moments. He had his moments on Sunset, and some of them were, as Wyatt so eloquently put, the turkey was overcooked.
Yeah,
Things burnt. It's dead.
Cooking a little too hard.
Yeah. But he had his moments. We'll see what he can do here. Again, NRG on the attacking side. You see that knife back in spawn.
Look at this Omen flash. It's so good.
It splits the uprights. Vic is already tagged up. Jake's dropped. With 25 HP, that was all that he needed. He's looking for a second. Vanity, they're trying to hold the line from backside. Not able to find much more. Oxy and Whippy, the only 2 that remain, and Oxy's surrounded. Still gets a kill on Marv, looking for one on to crash. He's shock dart at his feet. The second, not quite the intended target. As the dust settles, Quiet creeps over the round. The swing out from Demon 1, 2 HP now for the duelist. Looking to see if he can find any damage, and it's Whippy actually who cleans him up, but they have no idea where Victor is. From beginning to end, he got the opener, and he seems to be the one who's going to close this thing out by himself. Whippy on the tap, and of course it is Vic with 4 and NRG with the pistol.
And how did they know that they would just fall into back sight like that? You saw Marv sitting in B main already holding the flash for what, like 10 seconds?
He was ready.
Yeah. They were so ready for that pistol round. Really good prep done from NRG. Victor getting 4. Already halfway to his KJ out. Over halfway. Full Vandal armor on the round 2.
They're investing. They're investing for sure. We'll see what they do with it. Yeah.
Got eco'd last time. Both teams got eco'd last time.
That is true. Zeppa, imagine a knife that should be landing here at any moment. Yeah, gonna tag up a couple.
Info gathered.
Well, and big there on Vanity on the other side to be able to step out and clear that knife. Conceal some of what's happening on the other side.
Absolutely, that KJ turret stays up too because of that. It's a lot of info. Nevertheless, just classics. One deagle out of Whippy. Jake does have an Omen flash though. It looks like they're gonna come straight into his sight. What can he do, Doug?
Dude, he's on an island.
What can he do? But look at this, they smoke door, but they're walking up garden.
That's so smart.
They dodged the dagger.
Zeppa was headed back. Peels back though, the flash over the top, the dash out. Jake feeling all of the heat, realizing he's in a lot of trouble. He's gonna have to make a play if he can from down in hell. If he cannot,
planted.
They're gonna start to rotate over and they're gonna try to apply some pressure, but again, without the guns, really, it's just such a big ask.
Masterclass IGLing in this round, Doug. 2 players sitting in CT spawn before that hit came. No clue where the enemy team was going.
No.
No clue where NRG was at all. And Victor, they give Victor the stinger so he can hunt for the ecos.
He got another word.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only 2 off now, huh?
Yeah, he's getting closer. Meanwhile, Vandy's gonna try to get some exits, and he does. It's a little 1-for-1. Weapon scooped up. They're gonna move on to another. So it wasn't the cleanest, it wasn't the prettiest when all was said and done, but the steps to get there were quite nice from NRG.
Yeah, honestly, solid eco round from C9 too. Getting 2 guns out, getting a little bit of armor out, chipping away. But I mean, to be setting the pace like that, like Ethan already throwing feints like that, like you're smoking door, acting like you're gonna do a sight hit, but you're walking up garden.
Yep.
I mean, to already be setting up rounds like that, what are they gonna do? You know, what are they gonna do halfway in that? Like during the halfway of the half, what are they gonna do? You don't know. C9 is gonna be distraught because of these early plays.
And you see why NRG historically favored this map. And just see these little things like that. A full buy from Cloud9. You see if Vanity can find any spam or anything. There's really no presence on that side of the map for now. A deep alarm bot up mid. Seems like they're gonna try to end A here again. Jake is gonna have a lot to deal with. This time Oxy's close by though. The paranoia is not gonna hit onto anyone. The dart is gonna confirm that the site itself is free, but this looks very similar to a round that we saw just a few moments ago. Demon 1 with the first Zeppa swinging out heaven and so exposed, so vulnerable. Ultimately not able to find much more. Jake pushing out, finds a second. One more in the smoke. You've got Whippy, who's up in heaven. That's 3 on the round for Jake, who had a quiet first map, but really coming into his own here on Ascent.
Stepping up huge there, anchoring the site. NRG just unaware that he was in hell that entire time. And not fighting this time. You saw Zeppa already trying to lean towards mid that round. But he was able to get into heaven in time. NRG need to go a little bit further up in mid, break that alarm bot to actually pull the full rotate out.
Yeah, cause a little misdirection.
And this is just Jake just going off.
I've killed Ethan twice. You know that?
That's so crazy that this is the timeline we're in, where we're counting how many times we've killed Ethan.
How many times we killed Ethan? Twice. We'll see what they do here. Victor, after his heroic efforts in the opening couple of rounds, now has that ult online.
It's a cheeky little late A knife, but NRG aware and waited out. Redrone A main instantly off of that.
Oh, off of the flash, but he was a little ahead of it, but he didn't realize he was there. Demon 1 plucked out of the sky. Marv there on the counterpunch, though, and Oxy still causing problems just on the other side of the wall. They've got to know he's there.
What?
The timing is gorgeous. There's the swing out. I mean, they played that so well. That was beautiful from Cloud9. And now the spike is out of reach.
Crashies just killed Oxy full Omen blinded.
Victor's left, or excuse me, it was Crashies who was left alone, and Cloud9 cleaned him up. I mean, that was a beautiful round. Oxy played his timings just right, very similar to what Jake did in the previous round. striking at just the right moment.
Nice little 1-2 punch there.
We'll take a look at it again, and yeah, he just went up top, and the thing is he was flashed initially too, but timing just on his side.
So smart from Oxy to peek off of Jake's kill there.
Yeah.
Allows him to get the second. Some life from C9 on these gun rounds. Looking pretty clean, honestly.
Marv has a Marshall, but other than that, it's just pistols. That dart a little deep. And yeah, it didn't tag for a moment.
Oh, didn't go burr.
Didn't tag, but starting to threaten a little bit of that spam, yeah.
There's nothing scarier than an Odin on B site. So oppressive.
So NRG here have cleared out that deep alarm bot that you were mentioning, forcing some of the rotation down. Zeppa having to check mid and clear it, make sure no one's pushed all the way up.
Does NRG read into this though? Are they aware? Should be a sign that the KO is in CT. He daggered from there.
Jake getting a little bit of info with his ult. NRG have burned the clock down, just a little over 30 seconds left, and maybe an attempt to fake that there's pressure A, but I mean, look at the minimap. Cloud9 isn't moving. They have two players backside. You have Zeppa close by.
Wow.
Oxy's getting one onto Ethan, and again, the rotates are they're not moving. They're not convinced that this is an A hit. Wisely so. Now with 18 seconds left on the round, Demon1 gets dropped. And the gun difference might be all that matters in this round. Vic left alone, and he gets one, but ultimately gets cleaned up. Cloud9 with another round, they take the lead. And really, just the right time.
Absolutely. I like how NRG is playing these rounds out, but Oxy doing his job, staying aggressive in that garden area. Had he actually fell back into that garden smoke, that opens up the possibility for them to do the A split. But him holding his ground there allows his teammates at B to just stay and hold their setup, hold that backside setup, have the KO flashes from CT. We're talking about fundamentals, and C9 fundamentals are looking really clean right now.
Now, note here how Cloud9 are set up. In the previous round, for the first time, NRG pushed up in and cleared out the alarm bot. That's exactly where the op is now. In Oxy's hands, and it doesn't look like he's going to get a challenge early on. NRG posted up towards A.
The question is, how much damage can Oxy do with this op? Didn't op at all last map.
Opportunity to make that thing sing. First, that shot looked like it went between his legs.
That's exactly what I was getting at. Sometimes it's tough to just go into a game right away. Second game, starting to op. Would have liked to see him op on the last map on Yoru, just to get a little bit warmed up. Nevertheless, repositions to B, but NRG making a great play right here.
Now, they spotted Jake here at the beginning with the drone. He TP'd out, but went to double dip, and he's... No way. No way. He gets away with that? I thought he was the dead man walking.
I mean, he's been finessing all over this A site.
Pushing the situation to the limit. Finding his positioning and trying to punish with it. But here we go. The hit out towards A. The Hunter's Fury up from Crashies, but Zeppa dancing around the ults. Not able to get a third kill, but it might have been enough. Marved on the counter. Vanity. Talk about unlucky timing. Literally, it just turned away from that angle. Oxy with blades. Where's Marv gone? Back towards Wine.
Is he gonna half it?
He should be able to. There's really nothing to dissuade him. He pulled off just a little early. Now having to push forward with the blades. Crashies from the top, spotting in the second. There's the trade. Marv cleans it up. The reposition from the ult ends up being what secures the round for NRG.
What ended up being such a smart play from Oxy to try to get that half. He gets off of it last second. Makes it almost nearly impossible to win that round. Really good omen ult from Marv to get out of sight there.
Yeah, that was perfect. A great ult. And then again here, I mean, it was his repositioning that proved to be the difference maker. The value he was able to find from Wine was perfect. It does not look like he's enjoying himself.
Having a rough,
yeah, he's having a rough
day.
Yeah.
A rough day in the office.
But they're still in this fight. We're still tied at 3. And look at how far up Vanity is with a judge.
And I never rule out Vanity when he has this gun.
No.
Honestly. I've seen him do so many crazy shenanigans with this gun. But look at Demon 1. He picked up the op, actually, from that previous round. And the moment they get contact with this, it changes the entire pace of the game for C9. Oh!
Wow.
What? He just sits him down.
He keeps taking the fight to Demon 1, man. I know that, what was it, like 4-2 or 6-2 against Oxy in the first map?
Yeah, last map, Demon 1 was 6-2 against Oxy, but trying to change the narrative here.
That boy doesn't know quit, man. Look at how far up Crashies is. Crashies is about to go into their spawn.
Wow.
Once again, exploiting the middle of the map, but they've been flanked. They've been wrapped around. But they don't expect Crashies here. They thought they found what they were looking for. Crashies trying to land the shot onto the second. You see that Paranoia coming. Is going to connect. He's surrounded. Feeling the pressure from all sides. Oxy cleans him up. The spike out of reach is
30 seconds left.
gotten a little crazy here. A little silly.
What is happening?
I mean, every single kill has... It seemed like it's been into the back of somebody's head at this point.
4-man lurk strat.
Oxy left alone. 6 bullets. None of them connect. NRG take the lead back.
I mean, NRG just finding every single gap on the map, apparently.
Yeah.
Like, we got like 2 people going in spawn. We got people in market flanking. Flank on flank on flank.
And honestly, Cloud9 did a bit of the same too, right? Like, they pushed out through tree. They had pressure mid. There was just a lot of teams losing track of where the opponents were.
How did Ethan even see that guy?
Yeah,
He just threaded the needle on him.
That was a pixel kill for sure.
Sick. And something I want to touch on here, Doug, is when you look at these stats, we got Victor and Marvin at the top.
Feeling it.
That's scary for C9. Demon 1 and Ethan aren't even online yet. Ooh.
Wow. Oxy is.
Spike retrieved.
Oxy looking way more comfortable on this map.
Yeah.
Bot coming back.
And the desk was talking about wanting to see him back on a jet, back onto just pretty standard, pretty comfortable. Go kill, and that's exactly what he's done. Oh, Marv trying to punish onto Jake. Demon 1 who cleans up what he couldn't.
Oh, no.
The Paranoia out, it misses. But a reposition to hell where he's been many times. He spots the hood, not able to land the shots. Massive out from Jake.
Beautiful challenge.
Now the Hunter's Fury that they're going to have to dance around.
Look at this guy.
He's still fighting.
Look at this guy.
Relentless in his approach. Jake's 5 HP tried to get away.
What?
Placing
Big's
swarm
left alone. A 1v2.
Has the info on Oxy.
Placing swarm grenade.
Is that going to be enough to buy him some time?
Player standing.
Still has 40 seconds to work with here.
Alarm bot
Deep,
down.
alarm bot cleared. They're both there. The spam through. It's going to be a 2-1, surely. 25 HP at the door closed. That's going to be enough time to potentially
30
plant the
seconds
spike.
Still has 30 seconds.
But repositions now. The door is cleared, and Victor cannot land the shots. Vanity cleans him up, and we're tied once more.
There's a world.
Yep.
There is a world.
That world almost happened. Big out from Vanity, though, and once again, the opener from Oxy.
Later.
That's all it takes.
Really just off of what Jake was doing in this round. He's just a master classing this A site.
Yeah.
Just anchoring on A. The confidence. Full pop and swing, too. Didn't even shoot Ethan at first. Went so wide.
Oh, we're gonna have a
animal.
clash. We're gonna have a clash B early. Oh, the shock dart keeps him back a little bit. That's all it was for now.
Revealing area.
How much do they send on this?
Just baiting out some utility here. Baited out both shocks now.
Take flight.
Only spotted one.
A lot of util being used here to maintain this main control. Oh my gosh. Crashy's only sitting on a deagle.
Dude, little does he know what's on the other side of that wall.
Oh my gosh, what is happening?
And the impact he almost was able to get. Remember, he only saw Vic.
Dart is gonna be up for this hit though.
3 suppressed.
That
This
knife,
dart is gonna be absolutely massive from Vanity.
that knife is big. The shocks, the mollies, Demon 1's already through. But he's been separated. They manage, or at least are trying to get across slowly but surely, one by one. They try to jump through. Across the spam, Marv looking like he's gonna want to go deal with this on his own. In the smoke, he finds one. He gets the second. The spam not able to connect onto the third. Vanity's doing a bit of his own.
Player standing.
They're continuing to get what they want. Demon One is left alone. He has too many targets to deal with. What a retake from Cloud9.
Nice retake. Vanity getting massive value with the spam.
And Zeppa playing spoiler. I think him cleaning up Marv there is huge.
Marv somehow got 2 in that smoke as well. He actually had to make that play at that time, and he knew it. Still not enough, though. 5-4. Timeout, NRG.
Posse, come stairs, come stairs.
That's what I was saying.
Yep.
That's what we needed.
Grab the sand half.
Little pop off, little signs of life. As timeout is called, courtesy of NRG. And that ferocious flood that we saw from Cloud9, there proved to be the difference maker. And again, as you mentioned, that was in the face of Marv trying to take it to them, trying to push that smoke, trying to get massive kills there.
Absolutely.
Got 2, but it wasn't enough.
Absolutely. Demon One and Ethan sitting at 3 kills total. But 4 rounds on attack ascent. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. Sure, as a lot of people know out there, this is probably one of the most defense-sided maps, I think, in the map pool, more so than Split.
It does tend to swing that way.
Knives are online from Demon One, and we already saw what he did on last map with the knives. He needs to come up huge here for NRG.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he's had a quiet half so far. It's been Victor's heroics. The attack side KJ, the difference maker.
Yeah, something you don't see every day for sure. But you know what? That's how this map is on Jet. I feel like a lot of the times you dash in, create space, and you die.
And then you die, yeah.
It's the
It's a tough
defense.
job.
Yeah, it's the defense where you can really show off your skill set.
Uh-oh. Ooh, he canceled. I thought he was going to stick that.
NRG not liking what they're seeing on that A site. Like, let's get away from A main for now. Oh, but look at the mini map. C9 already adapting to this. Zeppa leaning towards B and mid already.
That mid setup and the alarm bot is scooted up.
Yeah, maybe like a pop
Just a
flash
bit.
play off of this.
If there's any contact, but I don't know that there will be.
Caution.
NRG seems to have set their sights on B. Where Vanity's waiting with that Odin.
Caution.
This flash will be the telltale sign of NRG wanting to hit this B site.
And they know he's here. The Judge mid. Oxy doesn't really have anything else. He doesn't have blades or anything to work with, but he gets him with the Judge anyway. And Vanity spam shuts him down. 3 on the round. Jake cleans it up. Another round for Cloud9.
Nice setups from Cloud9. Nice setups, and this Odin is getting insane value. Vanity getting 3. Not opting to shoot Demon One there. Letting a couple people walk by him. Beautiful flicks.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. And
Yeah,
Oxy got
there
the
it is.
Judge kill. Yep.
Wake up, Boxy. Wake up. He's online.
Yeah, that's that pop-off we're used to seeing.
He's keeping the Judge. He's keeping the Judge.
He's got the blades this time.
This guy's every ranked player's fear. Judge and knives.
We'll see what they do with it. Another quiet beginning of the round for Cloud9.
Deploying drone.
Oh, how patient is Oxy here? The drone not going to tag him, not reaching far enough. But Demon One filling the space behind it. Remember, there is an alarm bot in that smoke too.
Info gathered.
Surely that drone tags him. Does he push him?
He has dash popped.
Does he push him? He's got to realize there's a little bit of help. Yeah, crossfit, he does push. He drops Demon One. He goes up top for more, but the flash keeps him back.
So aware.
Dissuaded for the time being, but still looking for more.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's still playing around mid. He's still looking for anything that he could find. Fresh set of blades, too. I mean, he's got everything he could want. And we've got to mention, you know, we talked about it a little bit.
30
The
seconds
quiet
left.
half for Demon One continues.
Absolutely.
Shadows.
A hit is going to come into sight. retake KJ util here.
Yeah, the knife isn't going to tag the KJ, so Whippy's util is still there causing problems. Marv manages to get across. Still have a little bit of that dive potential. You imagine there's a flash up heaven. No, Ethan committing to
10
the
seconds left.
spike. Spam through, not going to connect. At least for now. Crashies has 2 shots and has a Hunter series, so they have a win condition here that they can play around. Oh, Ethan a little bit too far up. Vic does too.
Player standing.
Zeppa falls, and it's all on Crashies realizing everybody's pushing his way. There's not much else that he can do to keep this back. He gets a spam onto 1, but is he going to have the shots to stop the defuse? I don't think he will. That's a gorgeous round from Cloud9 yet again.
Nice. And this is all set up off of Oxy's mid presence. Just and I like that he knows that Demon 1 is tagged, but when you see Demon 1, you know he's not alone. You know Ethan's right next to him.
Yep.
But the awareness that Oxy has to know that, okay, someone's probably holding for him from bottom mid. Fights him off the angle and then dashes in to take the 1v1. Has 1 knife left.
I mean,
He had 1 knife left to hit.
that is ridiculous.
That's cold.
Yep. Takes care of the first, swats him away, and then goes to get his prize.
Beautiful.
The kid's good, man. 4 rounds in a row for Cloud9. Last round of the half.
Scanning ahead.
And this would be a huge round for NRG.
Yeah.
Going into defense with 5 rounds, insane.
Early smoke, you see the flashes come through. They're going to want to hit tree.
Flashbang.
Marv has already gotten through. Look how far back Vanity's having to play here.
And NRG just love this door smoke.
Drone clearing things out, spotting 1.
Great dart from Vanity.
Wow. 1 tag, yeah, that's all it was. Marv down to 50 HP, no armor. And they've got to know here that the hit is pretty heavy towards A, right? Look at all the space that Oxy's taking B. They have KJ util over there. And then if there was any doubt remaining, that knife tagging 4 is surely going to do it. They've tried bullying Jake. This time he falls. Demon 1 and Marv. The tandem getting the side open, finding what they're looking for. Getting the spike down. Now Oxy and Whippy left alone. Whippy 1 away from the lockdown too. Got to keep that in mind. It seems like both players trying to catch a breath, and now
Surely this is impossible.
45 HP up top. Oh, that was execution style.
Thank you for your service.
That was perfect.
Talk about somebody that literally went through hell that entire round. This guy was getting so vaulted. He was the solo guy pushed up in that door smoke.
Spotted by the dart.
Yeah, everything. And he closes out the round with a 3K. What a beast.
A perfect round. And then when you hit stuff like that, that certainly helps.
Nice.
Cool faces on all of the players. We're actually going to throw it down to Ball, who's got something a little special cooked up for us. Ball, take it away.
Thanks, Doug. Not quite the half that you're looking for if you're looking for a map 3 here from Cloud9. Not all the way, but it did start out quite well working in the chaos. So I have a round here that I want to show you guys about NRG really looking to go for an A split with a KJ lockdown, and how Cloud9 reacts really interrupts all the ideas from NRG the entire time. So here you're going to see both the lockdown is going to come in from A main at the same time as you have this split coming in from Catwalk at the same time. So what NRG is hoping for is that they get this space and they're going to be able to capitalize on the big radius of the lockdown here inside of Tree. But instead what happens is the split actually forces allows Cloud9 to fight each fight individually on their terms. You saw Demon 1 just dash across here. He's trying to get in with a flash from Ethan across from the smoke that they're placing to allow themselves to work into Tree here. That doesn't work immediately because you have both Zeppa and Oxy playing through the smoke and against this. So Marv, Ethan, all these guys who are coming through are getting denied at Tree. But then the next step that you're going to want to look at is over in A main as we see Jake. This smoke is perfect for actually preventing Crashies and Victor from coming forward into A main and completing the split and helping the Tree players to maintain the site with the lockdown coming through. So both of these little interruptions here allow for a big numbers advantage right off the rip. And that's the exact thing where these guys are not feeling safe anymore because Crashies and Victor again in A main are not there. So Jake doing wonderful stuff. He's going to actually be able to get away from this position too. And at that point, you're already looking at a 4v2 with Oxy coming in, everybody's escaping the lockdown at the same time here. These are the moments that I think Cloud9 were doing very well at playing in the chaos when NRG is really doing some nice things. But again, not quite enough if you're looking for a map 3 here. Let's see the conclusion of this game.
Thank you so much, Balla. You outrageously intelligent and handsome son of a gun. You Cloud9 with a 2-round lead here. But again, now it's NRG who's going to be on defense. Now they're the ones who should statistically be able to walk away with an advantage. We'll see if they're able to execute it.
Standing ahead.
This pistol is just so important for both teams.
What if you get tagged there, right? Oh, I guess it was a little high. Because that dart landed right over his head.
Oh, and they're biting on the rotations. Look at this. What I said earlier, Doug, NRG seems to bite.
Yeah,
where
they do.
think the pack is. And as soon as they saw that jet smoke from Oxy, already leaning through there, but Ethan.
Ooh, ouch. That hurt. And again, finding the timing, he's right behind him, surely. He finds some value here, but now they know where he is. If there was doubt before, it's been confirmed. Vanity managing to get out. Really, the rest of Cloud9 has gotten the site. They've gotten the spike down.
Perfect knife.
Now it's on NRG again in
From
this
Zeppa.
retake attempt. Zeppa weak. See the knife sail across, a dart traded. Nothing spotted yet. The paranoia, and that forces a stalemate out from both sides. Now, NRG creeping forward. 2 members sitting back in main. And it seems like they're ready for it. Ethan waiting on the other side of the smoke. 70 HP, switches weapons. Whippy, perfect timing. But now he's going to have to do it on his own. Vic, weak! Oh, but it's not enough. He's going to get the defuse, and that's another round for NRG.
KJ versus KJ. Victor out on top.
Dude, he's
Huge
having
kill.
he's having a map.
Him and Marv.
Yeah. See if we can take a look at that one more time. 22 HP, just cold.
Headshots him just like that. Wow, relief.
Yeah.
Relief.
Yeah, that's a big old exhale, yeah. from Marv.
Placing swarm grenade.
Just barely, they hang on to things. Oxy with the Guardian, full armor, pistols the rest of the way for Cloud9.
Hero buy. Full armor on this too.
And honestly, you know, we've talked so much about individual confidence for players, but I also think it's important to note that the structure believes in him. Ultimately, it doesn't work out there, but the team choosing to invest, make that happen, bodes well for the young star. Ultimately not able to win out this fight, but something to keep an eye on.
Team in one. He's been relatively quiet all game and just
yes.
has the opportunity for the 1v1 and just takes Oxy's head clean off. Dagger A gonna get info for NRG.
Cloud9 are quiet with it. You see the utility in Ethan's hand, ready to go. As soon
Marv
as there's
positioning.
as soon as there's any inkling that they're committing to funneling out of there. That'll be all it takes.
Early omen flash from Marv.
Yeah, just buying some time, really. I mean, they're burning the clock on this. Through a
30
barrage of
seconds
utility,
left.
they've kept them back, but it seems like they've gotten through most of it now. Ethan has the knife. Well, he had the knife. He had life too, but it's no longer around. Victor from up top with the sheriff. Marv joining in on the fun. This man comes through. Vanity's left alone, and
What's happening?
that was awkward. They both reload at just the right time. And that's all it's gonna be. That was messy. That was messy, but it got done. NRG tie us up at 7.
Good utility from NRG there. Delaying the hit.
Yeah, just bleeding the clock.
And again, another 3rd round off. Really leaning into this 3rd round off is NRG. Can be so oppressive, especially in the hands of Demon 1.
Turret out.
3 Guardians on the board as well. And Ares.
Does not look like he's going to get an early challenge. Cloud9 leaning towards A. You've got the knife out. 4 members walking up. And they do have Vanity up 1 point away from having his ult online. Now secured. What do they do with it? Dart not going to be up for a little while longer, so you imagine they wait things out for just a moment
Spike drop.
and then play around that. Molly to clear out line, make sure there's nothing silly taking place, and now the drone. All of the pieces carefully and quietly being put together to commit to this site. Marv got tagged. Did he get tagged?
Yes, he did.
Repositions. Oxy dashing forward out onto the site. He's already gotten all the way into hell. Demon 1 with the first. How much further does Oxy push? Down in hell, trying to spam through. And they've gotten the site. It was a bit belabored, but they got it. What do they do with it? Oxy on the first trade there from Ethan. It's not enough. Jake quietly having to wait. How are they going to go about this? They're taking their sweet time.
No smokes for this retake.
Makes it so much harder. I thought he was dead for sure.
Quick scopes him.
Numbers slightly back their way, but again, it's
No way.
very slow here. It's very, very slow. If they want to try to pull this off, Whiffy trying to have to keep them back. Ethan didn't get half, but it does not matter.
Unbelievable. NRG's so rehearsed on these retakes. Without smokes, you know how hard that is to do, Doug?
I mean, it helps when you land that shot. The Demon 1 did, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it does help. Not only did he land that shot, but doing the updraft onto Gen. Not dying, staying alive, getting the info of a guy in hell. And a guy in main.
Yeah.
Later.
Makes it so much harder. A little 6 HP. I thought he was dead for sure.
Oh,
I really did, yeah.
And smiles across the board from NRG. I feel like it's not every day you get to see them smile. They're so serious. They're so serious.
They're doing it now. Oh, and there's more reason to smile.
Oh, the Odin is too good.
That grin just got a little bit bigger.
But they're still committing on this site, it looks like.
And you can tell they had a plan, and while it's slowed down just a little bit, it seemed like Bum Rush was the attempt.
Oh my gosh.
Demon 1 still dancing around with the op, not realizing there's a player literally right beneath them.
Player standing.
Vanity cleans him up, but that op might just be a consolation prize at this point. Tries to get away with it. 5 HP. What are you made of? Oh, he's going back for more.
Throw that off the map, buddy.
That was his attempt at it. Just leave it somewhere that nobody will find. Yeah, they're not even gonna really look for it. I don't think they're gonna find it. So that op will have to be repurchased, and I don't know that there's a ton of money to do it. Oh, there might be. Crashies might buy for him.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I saw that too.
Bring it out.
Unlucky.
Perfect time to bring it out. But he doesn't know what we know.
No Outlaw. The op's
All
still
light
online.
armor.
Yeah, you're right.
Outlaw would have been absolutely perfect into this round, but Op is always going to be good, of course.
I am everywhere.
Cloud9.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cloud9 have seen this lead dissipate 4 rounds in a row now for NRG. And this round feels kind of like do or die here for Cloud9.
Absolutely. And something I want to point out is Vanity actually bought a counter Odin. He said, oh, you want to spam? We'll see.
Well,
The spam wars.
at the edge of my seat here, man. Oh! Clean from Oxy. Not expecting Marv there, though.
Wow. And he picks up the Op, Doug.
Still no spam, huh? All that build up for nothing.
I feel like Odin v Odin for Sovas is like the equivalent of the anime jet battle. It's like an anime Sova battle, you know?
See what they do here. That knife is going to tag a little bit of the intentions for Cloud9. Start to see that smoke come through. Marv with the op. As you mentioned, he's blind. But the Molly keeps him back for now, and then the paranoia crashes with the spam. Jake falls, but Whippy there to punch back. 3v3. Whippy has his ult, too. I mean, do they invest it here?
Oh my god.
They know where Ethan is. Yeah, he's so dead. There it is. There's the Odin. Getting the best of the first, getting the kill onto the second, and Victor cleans it up.
Wow. Playing off of each other so wonderfully.
Yeah.
Crashies with the Odin getting 3. Spray down after spray down.
We waited a long time for it too, man.
Yeah.
But well worth it. Cloud9 call a timeout. after winning after losing, 5 rounds in a row, trying to stabilize this thing. You know, we mentioned, Dre, that it felt like that was almost like a must win. Really, you think about finances, you think about how things have been leaning so heavily in favor of NRG, the fact that ults are starting to snowball.
Yeah.
I mean, the picture looks dire here for Cloud9.
I mean, totally. Like, speaking of ults, NRG has almost every ult online. I wouldn't be surprised if they even try to do something aggro and B main with that Odin spam and maybe even grab the KJ ult. This next round is going to be crucial for both teams. Definitely for C9 if they want any hopes of coming back into this game.
Yeah, tell me a little bit here as a ex-player, what is this like here if you're Cloud9? You had a lead, you've just seen it evaporate right before your eyes. You haven't been able to find any success at all. What's going on here?
It's so tough, especially when you look at the ults from the opposing team. You're like, what can I do here to bait these ults out?
Yeah,
these ults out, or disrupt the ults so they don't get them off in the first place. And it gets a team like NRG, who's so usually fundamentally stable. It's hard to like really get anything going on a map like this. But they are choosing the right site.
Remember, Vic is 1 away from having his lockdown, but every other ult online for the defensive side. A little bit of space being taken.
Spike drop.
And perhaps a little bit of indecision, it looks like, as they're trying to reposition, hand the spike over, and then decide where they want to go with this. You see the nanos go through. You see the darts. There's that late knife that you were talking about. It's much deeper. They're flashed. They can't see anything. Another phenomenal flash by Ethan. He gets the kills. Demon One joins in with it. Jake and Oxy, the only 2 around. Demon One dashes back the spike. Little out of reach. Has to get scooped up by Oxy. That's exactly what happens.
Look at Crash, he's in spawn. He's known for this. On tap, Soval.
Nicely said. Right on cue. No! Oh, Demon One dips back in with the blades. Jake falls. Oxy's gonna have to pull off a miracle, and he can't. That's another round for NRG.
That's so rough for C9. Nevertheless, no Hunter's Fury online now. Lippy can use his KJ ult freely. But now Victor has his KJ ult online.
Yeah. Ethan has an ult too. And you think about, their defensive side and how intent NRG have been on using utility to delay pushes and dissuade hits. Talk about trying to exact around some of the ults that they have. Ethan's the #1 stopper to that. Either through a knife or through his ult. Good night. I think it's, 7 rounds in a row now?
It's crazy.
Talk about losing a handle on a situation.
And this guy is unstoppable with the op, it feels like.
Well, there's the lockdown, but there's a pocket. Oxy getting marked. Oh, he's buying his time.
He's so confident.
Doesn't even have dash. He's just gonna get away with it. Is he gonna get spammed? Is he gonna stay alive? He is. A 4v3 here though. Cloud9 with the numbers to pull this thing off. It's gotten better. The spam keeping him back. I don't know that there's a way in on this. They might just cut their losses and get out. Yeah.
How can you just save? C9 ready for the fight from sight this time. Oxy with a huge entry in Garden.
Yeah, onto Marv, and I mean, that really just set him so far back. And even with the heroics of Demon One trying to stay in the ult, trying to get a kill and then get away, he did. It just wasn't enough.
I don't think like the viewers understand how cold you actually have to be and like how emotionless you have to be to just sit there in the open while people are running out of Garden at you, while they're peeking you from both sides of A main, and there's a KJ out that will detain you, and you still get one. It's a different level.
And he's shown it so many times and just continues to find success with it. Cloud9 finally stopped the bleeding, cauterized the wounds, and that forces a timeout from NRG. So a couple more moments to talk through what just went down there. What do you feel like, Dre, as you think about Cloud9 and what they were able to just accomplish there in the face of, what is that, 7 rounds in a row going back to the previous half? What was it that looked different there?
I think they're just ready now for these fights from heaven. You know, Jimmy has been an integral part of holding this A side. He goes down early in Garden. You know, Ethan goes down before he can use his ult. And just finding the kills in the chaos that NRG have seemed to be winning in the other rounds, you know? Every other A hit we've seen from C9, for some reason, NRG just trades 1 for 1 for 1, and that's always going to be good for you on the defense side when the hit is actually coming through.
Well, I think you're right. You touched on something there that is kind of a striking a chord as you think about the entire series. And really going back to last weekend, NRG feel comfortable fighting and scrapping in the chaos. And I get it. When you have Crashies and you have Ethan setting up a lot of your players to make plays, such as Demon 1, it makes sense. You want to lean into those moments. But that round, you're right. It felt like the one instance where those scrappy kills just didn't go their way.
Yeah, Cloud9 ready. Only a 1 ult invested for them that round too, which is actually huge. Holding on to the Sova ult for Victor's KJ ult.
What do they do with it? We haven't really seen B clutch these last couple of rounds, and that might be where we're headed. If there is going to be Odin spam, it's going to be from a distance. Sounds like there was an early angle taken. No challenge yet.
I mean, they're picking the right sites. You were asking me, what do they need to do? This is exactly it. Great IGLing right here from Vanity.
The life of a Jet. There it is. You dash out into the smoke. You hope you're able to survive. Dodge spam. That's exactly what he does.
What is this TP?
Oh, of course. I feel like Marv just rolling back the years. These deep, aggressive TPs. And they're going to have to deal with the retake on all fronts. Ethan has his ult. Victor has his ult too.
Are they going to flip?
I mean, Vanity's not in a safe place here. He just got knifed. He just got paranoid.
Do they half clear it though?
Oh, they're not going to clear it. Wow. They're not going to clear it. You're right, and that's the lockdown invested, but Demon 1 saves the day for now. Lockdown's still in play, and they really have no exit out unless Whippy can push his way through. Ethan cleans him up. Now he's left in this 1v3. He's been able to buy some space, but he got way too much there. Cloud9 get another.
Talk about a jump scare for Ethan there, huh? Turns the corner, 3 people looking at him. The molly was actually perfect from him, but huge kills from Vanity. I can't believe Demon 1 got that trade.
I mean, ultimately, they win the round anyway. Demon 1 doesn't get that.
Bro, I didn't have any util. I had no armor.
Wait, what? This guy forgot to buy?
So depressing.
No way. All right. I missed that one.
See that paranoia come out. Marv already feeling some of the pressure. They've invested the ult. Demon finding a filthy shot onto Zeppa. Jake with 16 HP, looking to reposition. And
what a molly!
That's perfect. He's played in hell so many times, it makes sense. Oxy looking to punish the peek out. He still gets his one. But Vanity and Whippy have been left alone. The spike is nowhere in the vicinity of them.
It's in hell. How are you supposed to get this? This thing is...
You don't. And again, that shows the value of that molly that you were talking about. That nade that was up in heaven that kills Jake. That might have secured the round.
Good info on Wine as well. They know KJ's stuck there. Vanity hits the alarm bot in mid.
They've got everything they could want.
This is all on Vanity here. He has to win this 1v1.
Vic jump spotting, doesn't even give him the chance. He knows where he is,
30
repositions.
seconds left.
Scanning ahead.
Right to it. He gets the first. Can Whippy find anything else? I mean, but the spike is still so far away.
Uh-oh, Doug.
Ethan's now dead. Forget about the spike. If you're just going to frag out, it works! I mean, they brought that round back from the depths. It seemed over. It seemed inevitable. They pulled that thing out of a hat.
First they went around with Zeppa having no util, no armor. Now they win a 2v3 with a bomb in hell. I mean, Demon 1's hitting these nice shots, but what is happening?
I mean, you mentioned that 1v1 with Vanity was everything.
Yeah.
He gets that. The site is opened up. There's a little bit more room to breathe. And, I mean, he converts. right back into the action here. A little bit of aggression, some space taken from Victor early on. You see the buy for NRG. It's not great. But they've dug their heels in mid.
Very aggro.
Turret spotting a little. Is that going to be enough to draw him out? They leave Demon 1 there to get a kill? No, they're patient. They don't take the space. Oh, it's a flash over the top. Nothing there. And now they know there's got to be a lot of mid presence.
Already leaning towards B. Shock darts coming in, trying to get some chunk damage.
Tag Vanity a little bit, and Jake, it looks like.
Not the judge. Anything but the judge.
Oxy dashing forward, and it's the judge. It delivers yet again. Ethan not able to find any value there, just the classic. Crash, he's not able to find much more either. NRG with just 2 that remain. They both have weapons. But that's really all it is. Zeppa finding the first, Zeppa finding the second, Cloud9 finding the tie. 11 apiece, and it's been miracles, it's been magic, it's been whatever you want to call it. Cloud9 have put together 4 rounds in a row where one of their players didn't have armor or utility, where they lost, where they won a 2v4, where Spike was in hell. How have they done this?
The judge. Too good.
It's absurd.
Okay, okay.
Come on, boys. Come on, 2 more.
Wow. Laser focus now, not even hype.
And the momentum heavy swinging that way now. Demon One, the early off angle. Nothing found.
And Doug, we're seeing cracks in NRG's gameplay.
Where they go from here? You still have all this killjoy utility you're gonna have to deal with. Oh my goodness, Cloud9 are putting up a fight at this.
And the economy is so good for C9 that Vanity literally buys an Odin and a Vandal.
I dropped the spike.
He just leaves the Odin outside of B.
They've got money for days. They've set themselves up so well. And I mean, you can take a quick glance to the other side of the scoreboard. NRG are not nearly as fortunate. There's a real chance this one slips out of their hands.
Great dagger onto site.
We've seen this before. We've seen it before. Oxy from up top. There's no punish. There it is from Demon 1. He can't dash out. They put him in a corner. They're going to try to spam him out. Manages to get away and dip back in. The guy does not understand no. And just when it felt like Cloud9 were in a position to put NRG away to take us to Lotus, NRG respond with a filthy
10
counter.
seconds left. Last player standing.
I mean, you do everything right, and then stuff like that still happens. It's just outrageous.
What an animal. What an animal. I mean, just to have the confidence to know that Whippy is cocking back his op and to go for the reswing. I mean, that's like a millisecond timing that he just hit.
He was tagged up. See if we can take a look at it one more time. Just this right here gets pushed out. Wow. But he had the tag. That's just massive.
No 4v2 this time, Doug.
No, really no response from the defensive side. Stoic in their reactions, and that's been the NRG way for a long time. We'll see if they can close things out here. Oh, Cloud9 are good. Oh, that's nerdy.
Oh, it whips!
Unlucky.
Oh, no. You know, Chet's somewhere there.
Lineup missed.
Victor. You about to be in server for 5 hours after this throwing that molly.
Can Cloud9 take us to overtime? Vanity with an ult. Plenty of rifles to deal with. That's big from Crashies. And yeah, it wasn't the nano, but the job got done. They cleared the turret out. Meanwhile, Demon 1 has this op trained across mid. He's got blades too. No challenge yet. Ult used, the darts hit. See smoke comes out, and now Vanity looking to see if he can clear anyone out in hell.
No tags.
Crash, he sidestepped all of it.
What?
Jake still gets the kill. The flash was perfect. That, I mean, they might pull this thing off.
Wait, Demon won.
He's still alive with the blades. He gets up top. He gets a kill, and Ethan joins it in. Seppa trying to swing out, trying to get a kill. 78 HP, no armor. Can they pull this thing off? They've got to commit to getting the spike plant down here soon. Demon 1 and Ethan.
Good Molly. The bomb's still not down, Doug.
The latest additions to this roster.
This is so close.
In a position to punch their ticket to playoffs. In
10
one
seconds left.
round. The spam through, not connecting. Spike committed. 5 armor. Demon 1 weak. What do they have? Ethan has a knife. There's the smoke. Both through.
So patient.
Ethan biding his time. There it is. Spam once more. One blade left. They're taking their sweet time with this. This might be too much for even Demon 1 to handle. One blade left, a 1v3, and yeah, they're weak, but it's not enough. Regulation wasn't either. We're going the distance here on Ascent.
What a comeback.
Switching sides.
What a comeback.
Overtime.
Great resilience from C9.
5 of the last 6 to get us to this point. And we talk about like fragging IGLs. Vanity right up there with Oxy.
That's crazy.
And if regulation was not entertaining enough, we're gonna get a chance to see these two teams duke it out a little bit more here on Ascent.
We're getting straight into it.
I mean, it's a heavy lean B. This could be explosive right off the bat. They've got a Paranoia to potentially push him off the angle.
Paranoia is huge here.
Oh, but they're gonna beat the timing of it.
They're gonna get ahead of it. They're gonna clear the dart and they take the fight. But it goes in favor of NRG for now.
Jake needs to go huge here, Doug.
He very well may. He's dancing in the smoke. He gets
What a
one, but
trade.
that's all it is. Is that gonna be enough? Vanity and Whippy left alone. Now starting to rotate over. Now getting into the fray. Numbers disadvantage is slight, but it's there nonetheless. Victor committing to the plant. He has lockdown. Wow. How do they get around this? How do they manage the disadvantage? 2 shots for Vanity.
They do have enough time to wait it out, Doug. And they will be able to finesse a little bit here. Vanity has been so huge in these moments.
He's got to deliver again. He's got to deliver right now. He's got the dart back online too.
How is Crashies on this box? This is such a weird angle.
Spam not connecting. You're absolutely right, and it finds value. Vanity 1v2, too many targets. NRG take the lead again. Series point.
Another testament to the trading
Switching sides.
capabilities of NRG. It just seems like
Right here.
when the stacks are against each other, they just win the trades every single time.
And it's that scrappy stuff that we were talking about. They're they're solid in their fundamentals, and then they can dance with the best of them.
Look at this angle, man. Like, you're never ready for a Sova up on top of the triple stack.
No, why would you? Yeah.
I'd be so tilted. I'd be so tilted. Oh, oh.
Did you hit it this
Will he
time?
land it? Will he land it? Hey! When it matters the most. When it matters the most.
He just saved that server time.
And I want to make something clear. The reason why they're throwing that molly, you guys saw Demon 1 on Cat there. He walked out of mid the previous time they did it, but the turret was still up. This time it wasn't, but they smoked Cat. He didn't want to run through, risk his life. Playing a little safe.
Demon 1 spotting a wrist there.
Is he ready for this?
He's so far up.
He has an idea.
He's tucked. Meanwhile, Oxy pushing forward right into his death. Marv tried to do it on his own. He's got the dash procced. Smoke.
Demon 1 has to go huge here.
He manages to get out. No armor. Oh! It's a tight angle.
He's still alive.
Doesn't connect. He's surrounded.
He does. He's not even watching his back.
He's got help, though. He's got to... No! Then he's there! The right click cleans him up!
Down A.
And that might have been enough. Whippy, the only one left standing on the side of Cloud9, takes care of Victor. Demon 1 would imagine would be next. The molly keeps him back. He's been tagged. He's triple facing. Another one falls. But the spam cleans it up. NRG punched their ticket to playoffs.
Are you kidding me? Demon 1, are you kidding me?
he didn't even care.
Yeah.
He wasn't even looking at the guy behind him.
Yeah. He didn't have much of a choice there for a while. But
9 first bloods from Oxy. I just want to point that out. He really gave it his all. Not enough. Just not enough. What a series. What a series. And Demon won. He was relatively quiet all game. Now he's back.
I mean, he stepped up when it mattered. In the waning moments of that map was when he delivered. And I mean, I think for Cloud9, they took it to NRG. There's a lot to be proud of there. Ultimately, was just not enough. But Vanity had outrageous moments. Oxy's the truth. He may have gotten bested by Demon 1 there, and you know, we can have the chirping back and forth, but there's a lot to be excited for. But NRG ultimately walk away victorious, and they have a lot to look forward to. This team is only getting better week after week.
Ridiculous team. Look at Marv. a little half smile.
Yeah, there's a lot to be excited about for this roster. I think even with Demon 1 being relatively quiet, right? He didn't have an insane pop-off performance. He was big when it mattered, and the team was able to rally around. Victor had, what, 15 kills at half?
Victor is ridiculous, and honestly, the true MVP, the Molly at the last round. He landed it, man. He got it.
I mean, that replay, that play was filth from Oxy when he pushes Demon 1 mid.
Yeah.
Just so good. But again, it ultimately just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to get Cloud9 past the finish line. They took him the distance. They took him past the distance. But it just was not enough to get him through.
You know what? The confidence that the teammates of Ethan and Demon 1 are going to have, like within their team now. They both started off very slow. Their team really stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
The last series they had, it was the Demon 1 and Ethan show.
Yep.
Right? I'm just going to be honest, but everybody pulling their weight in this series from NRG, and man, it's just that's what makes this team so scary, right? It's that they literally, if they're all online, how do you win?
And even if they're not all online, you have half the team that is going to be online, and they're going to be able to pull it off. NRG advanced. They head over to the playoffs. We're actually going to head down to the stage for the Verizon post-match interview. Elizabeth, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doug. I am here with Demon 1 of NRG, and what a performance that was. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I saw a couple of the sentiment online is that NRG did their homework on Cloud9. What was that homework, and what did you see?
I didn't see anything. I just came in and played. It was mostly trying Ethan.
Oh, so you just were like, I'm gonna do my thing?
I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I just hop in and play.
Is that how you hop in? No matter what the team, I don't care. I'm just gonna hop in and play.
Do my own thing.
Do your own thing. I mean, it's working, clearly. I mean, I don't know if you heard everyone screaming for you, the casters, including Baby Bay's wonderful debut as a caster, screaming for you and how good you are. But Baby Bay also commented on how serious you seem as a team, how just kind of stoic you are, and we saw little smiles here and there. You're newer to the team, kind of the core of the team. What is the culture of NRG like?
We just have fun, we try hard, hype each other up. We play together, we play really hard, and, we win everything.
Okay. I mean, you have made it to the playoffs. You don't know who your opponents will be next. Obviously, to quote you, I don't care. But I do want to ask you about something we've been kind of teeing up and talking about is the Oxy worst duelist into the partner program.
Bro, I'm going to be honest. They asked me a question.
That's what to say. You were put on the spot for that.
I was put on the spot.
You were put on the
I didn't
spot.
want to hurt the kid's feeling. He's like 18.
Yes.
He's new to the scene.
Yeah.
Nothing against him.
And so now that you've played against him, what do you have to say about him?
It's not bad.
Okay. You thought he was very, very good. I think 8 or 9 first bloods, a very impressive performance. Now, I do want to have you respond to something. Ten said in a post-match interview with my colleague Dryad that the teams besides Sentinels are going to make it to Madrid were either Loud or Leviathan. He did not name NRG specifically. I'm not going to ask you to respond to that specifically. I'm going to ask you, why will NRG make it to Madrid?
We have 5 champs.
I mean, you do. A very impressive performance. And now, one last thing, you want to say a message to any of your upcoming opponents that you don't know who you're going to face, but who you might be facing in the future.
I don't care who we play.
You don't care, carefree, and honestly, it's working for him, right, guys? Truly an incredible performance. Congratulations, Demon 1.
I have one message.
You have one.
My fiance is watching right there. Shout out to her. I love you, baby. That was for you.
What's your fiance's name?
Huh?
What's your fiance's name?
Kat. Katrina.
Good. Hi. Oh, you look so cute. All right. right, guys, we're going to be heading to a break, but don't go away because we have Leviathan versus Loud coming up, so stay right there.
Red Bull gives you wings.